Life is not always fair. It does not always give you what you want. Sometimes it breaks you in ways you never imagined. But here's the truth. No one else will fight your battles for you. You are your own hero. When you fall, when you break, when the world turns its back on you, do not go around telling people your problems. Why? Because the world is not always kind. Some will pretend to listen, but few will truly care. Some may even use your struggles against you. If you want to rise, stop waiting for sympathy. Stop seeking validation from people who do not walk in your shoes. Do not let your pain become your identity. You are stronger than your suffering. There was a time in my life when I thought it was over, a moment when I felt shattered beyond repair. I wanted to scream, to cry, to ask the world, why me? But then I realized the world does not owe me anything. I had a choice. Either remain a victim of my circumstances or stand up and rewrite my story. And that is exactly what I did. So today I tell you this: be your own rescue. When life knocks you down, do not waste time complaining. Instead, stand up. If you cannot stand, crawl. If you cannot crawl, inch forward. But never ever stop. Because strength is not given, it is built. The most successful people in the world did not get there by crying over their hardships. They got there by facing them, by learning from them, by growing through them. Your struggles are not the end, they are the beginning of your transformation. Do you want to be remembered as the person who broke or the person who rose? You are more powerful than your problems. So do not waste your breath telling the world how hard it is. Show them how strong you are. Show them how you fight. Show them how you win. Because the best revenge against pain is success. The best answer to struggle is resilience. And the best way to live is to rise, no matter how many times you fall. Life is a battlefield. It will test you, break you, and push you beyond your limits. But listen to me carefully. No one will fight your battles for you. No one will come to save you. So stop telling people your problems. Stop expecting the world to understand your pain. Some will listen out of curiosity. Others will listen only to judge. And some will pretend to care while secretly enjoying your downfall. But here's the truth. The more you talk about your problems, the more powerless you become. The more you complain, the weaker you feel. Instead, take control. Face your hardships in silence. Let your struggle be your secret weapon. I know what pain feels like. I know what it's like to lose everything and start over. I have sat in the darkness, waiting for someone to save me, but no one came. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because that's when I realized the only person who could save me was me. And today, I want you to understand this. Your problems do not define you. Your response to them does. When life gets hard, do not run, do not beg, do not seek sympathy. Instead, stand tall, fight harder, become so strong that your past fears you. You have two choices. You can be the person who complains about their problems, or you can be the person who conquers them. Which one will you be? The most successful people in the world did not get there by crying about their struggles. They got there by using pain as fuel. They used rejection as motivation. They used failure as a lesson. And so can you. Next time you feel broken, remember this. You were not born to be weak. You were born to be unstoppable. So stop telling people your problems. Start showing them your power. And when they ask how you did it, smile and say, I never gave up. Life is a journey filled with storms, setbacks, and silent battles. No one is spared from difficulties. But here's what you must understand. Your struggles are yours to fight, yours to overcome. Stop telling people your problems. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you, because no one else is coming. Yes, there will be people who care, but even they cannot fight your battles for you. They have their own struggles. They have their own pain. So instead of wasting time explaining your problems, focus on solving them. When life knocks you down, do not ask, why me? Instead ask, what now? Because life is not about what happens to you. It is about how you respond. The reality of the world. Most people do not truly care about your struggles. Some will listen to your problems, but only to compare them to their own. Others will use your pain as gossip, and some will pretend to care, only to walk away when you need them most. So why waste your energy telling people what you are going through? Save that energy. Use it to rebuild yourself. Do not let your pain become your identity. Do not let your past define your future. Struggles are your training ground. Every challenge you face is preparing you for something greater. Every hardship is teaching you a lesson. Life is not always fair. It throws challenges, hardships, and moments of despair. But do you know the secret of strong people? They don't let their struggles define them. They don't complain. They don't cry for sympathy. They rise above their pain. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about your problems as much as you do. People might listen, but they have their own struggles. They might sympathize, but they won't carry your burdens. The moment you start telling people about your problems, you give them the power to judge you, to pity you, and sometimes to use your weaknesses against you. So don't tell people your problems. Instead, show them your strength. Show them how you rise after every fall. Show them how you smile even in the darkest days. Pain is your teacher. When I faced my darkest days, I had two choices: to cry over my fate or to stand up and fight. I chose to fight, not because it was easy, but because I knew that pain was my greatest teacher. The world doesn't need to know how much you suffer. It needs to see how strong you are despite your suffering. You might feel broken inside, but remember, broken crayons still color beautifully. Your pain is not a sign of weakness. It is the foundation of your strength. No one is responsible for your happiness. Many people expect others to understand their pain, to comfort them, to make them feel better. But happiness is not something others can give you. It is something you create for yourself. Stop waiting for people to understand you. Stop expecting them to heal you. Heal yourself. No one else can do that for you. Turn your pain into power. If life is difficult, don't complain. Complaining won't change your situation. Instead, turn your struggles into your biggest strength. Were you betrayed? Use that experience to become wiser. Did you fail? Learn from it and come back stronger. Were you hurt? Let that pain fuel your passion for success. Your problems are not your identity. Your strength is. Silence is your power. Have you ever noticed that the strongest people don't speak about their struggles? They don't waste time explaining themselves to the world. They let their actions speak for them. So, the next time life breaks you, don't run around telling everyone. Instead, rise, rebuild, and let the world see a stronger version of you. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember your pain. It remembers your victory. Life is unpredictable. One moment you are on top of the world, and the next, everything crumbles beneath you. But here's the truth. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. Many people, when faced with difficulties, immediately start telling the world about their problems. They look for sympathy, for validation, for someone to tell them, "I understand." But let me tell you something, the world doesn't really care about your problems. Yes, it may sound harsh, but it's the truth. People have their own battles to fight. They might listen to your struggles, they might even offer a few kind words, but at the end of the day, they will move on with their lives. You, and only you, are responsible for overcoming your challenges. So don't tell people your problems, show them your strength. Pain is a gift in disguise. The hardest moments in life are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you, shape you, and prepare you for something greater. Every successful person has faced struggles. Every strong person has endured pain. The difference is they didn't let their pain define them. They let it refine them. Pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. When life knocks you down, don't waste time telling the world how unfair it is. Instead, ask yourself, what is this pain trying to teach me? Did you lose a job? Maybe you were meant for something bigger. Did someone betray you? Maybe you needed to learn whom to trust. Did you fail? Maybe it's time to try a different approach. Pain carries lessons. Learn from them, and you will emerge stronger than ever. Your problems are not your identity. Some people hold on to their problems like a badge of honor. They introduce themselves through their struggles. I was abandoned. I was cheated on. I have failed so many times. But your problems are not your identity. Your strength, resilience, and determination are what define you. Stop letting your struggles become your story. Instead, let your comeback become your message. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your failures. You are the warrior who refuses to give up. You are the fighter who stands tall despite every setback. That is who you are. No one is coming to save you. Here's a truth many people don't like to hear. No one is coming to save you. Yes, you have family. Yes, you have friends. But at the end of the day, only you can pull yourself out of the darkness. The world won't stop for your pain. It won't slow down just because you are struggling. You have to fight for yourself. In life, we all face challenges, obstacles, and moments of weakness. These hurdles are a part of the journey we all must walk. However, what defines us is how we rise after every fall, how we rebuild ourselves after every setback, and how we continue to move forward no matter how hard life becomes. Muniba Mazari, a woman of incredible strength and resilience, once said, "Don't tell people your problems." Her words resonate deeply with those who have faced adversity but want to remain focused on their dreams and their goals. We live in a world where it's easy to become consumed by the weight of our struggles, to want to share our pain with others, and to seek validation. But what Muniba emphasizes is that sharing our struggles with others isn't always the best way to heal. In fact, it might be a barrier to our growth. When we tell people our problems, we often seek sympathy, understanding, or validation. We want others to feel our pain, to acknowledge how difficult our lives are. But in reality, when we express our issues too often, we unintentionally give our power away. We start focusing too much on what's wrong in our lives instead of what's right. Instead, Muniba urges us to focus on our strength. Each one of us has an innate power, a force within us that can carry us through the darkest times. The key to unlocking that power lies in our ability to look inward and embrace resilience. It's about telling ourselves that we are bigger than our problems, stronger than our struggles, and capable of overcoming any challenge life throws our way. Muniba's own story is a testament to this message. After surviving a devastating car accident that left her paralyzed from the waist down, Muniba could have easily given up. She could have let her circumstances define her, allowing herself to become consumed by pain, sadness, and frustration. But instead, she chose to rise above. She chose to see her accident not as a curse, but as a blessing, an opportunity to redefine her life and pursue her dreams. Her journey wasn't easy, and it still isn't. But she's a living example of how, even in the face of extreme adversity, we can choose to stand tall, carry on, and refuse to let our circumstances define us. She continues to inspire millions of people around the world, showing them that it's not our problems that shape us, it's our ability to overcome them. We must understand that telling others about our problems doesn't always bring the solutions we hope for. People may not have the answers we need, and at times they may not even know how to help us. Moreover, constantly focusing on our problems can lead to a negative mindset, where we start to believe that we are nothing more than our struggles. Instead of complaining, venting, or dwelling on the negative, we should be asking ourselves, what can I do to improve my situation? How can I shift my focus from what's wrong to what's right? What strengths do I have within me that can help me move forward? The answers lie within us. We are capable of greatness. The key is not to wait for external validation or support, but to rely on the inner strength that we all possess. The road to success isn't about avoiding challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about embracing those challenges, learning from them, and growing through them. Don't tell people your problems because you don't need to seek sympathy or approval. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't need to let others' opinions dictate your journey. Your path is yours alone, and you have the power to walk it regardless of the obstacles. Instead of focusing on your limitations, focus on your abilities. Recognize your worth, your strength, and your capacity to endure. Look at every challenge as an opportunity to learn and evolve. As Muniba Mazari said, "When life throws you down, get up and show the world your strength." By taking ownership of our struggles, we take control of our lives. We stop allowing external circumstances to determine how we feel and how we act. We refuse to be victims of our situations and choose to be the heroes of our own stories. The journey may not always be easy, but with the right mindset, we can make it through. We can accomplish incredible things by focusing on what we can control, working hard, and staying resilient. Don't waste your time explaining your struggles to others. Instead, use that energy to push forward, to take action, and to create the life you deserve. In the end, the best motivation is not in the advice we get from others, but in the belief we have in ourselves. The greatest power lies within us, and we can overcome anything as long as we stay focused, determined, and true to ourselves. Remember, the world will often tell you what you can't do, but Muniba Mazari's story proves that we are capable of so much more than we think. So, keep going, keep fighting, and never let your circumstances define you.